A very warm welcome to all my dear students to the class of mathematics. Today we will discuss chapter 3 Roman numerals for grade 4. So let's begin with this chapter. In this chapter we will discuss Roman numerals. So first of all, what are Roman numerals? It is based on the letters of English alphabets which are combined to signify their values. The basic symbol used by Romans to write their numerals are I, V, X, L, C, D, M. Here I represent 1, V represent 5, X represent 10, L represent 50, C represent 100, D represent 500 and M represent 1000. We only used these symbols to represent all the Roman numerals. Some basic rules. Roman numerals read from left to right. Larger values to the left and work to the smaller value on the right. Like CV. Here C stand for 100 and V stand for 5. So 100 plus 5 is 105. Next example is LXI. L means 50, X means 10 and I means 1. So 50 plus 10 is 60, 60 plus 1 is 61. Next rule is a symbol can be repeated at most 3 times. Means a maximum number of time a symbol can be repeated is 3. Here in the first example there is I and I. Now we know that I represent 1. So 1 plus 1 and 1. 1 plus 1 is 2 and plus 1 is 3. Now next example is X, X and X. Now 3 times X, we know that X represent 10. So 3 times 10, when we add 10 3 times, we will get 30. Only I, X, C and M can be repeated. Other symbols cannot be repeated. Now the next rule is, if a lesser symbol is before a greater symbol, the lesser symbol is subtracted from the greater one. For example, I, V. Now the value of I is 1 and the value of V is 5. 5 minus 1. Here we do the subtraction because the lesser value is before the greater value. 5 minus 1 is 4. So IV represent 4. Next example is XC. Now X represent 10 and C represent 100. Here the lesser value is before the greater value. So we will subtract. 100 minus 10 is 90. So XC represent 90. Next is CM. Now C represent 100 and M represent 1000. Here also the lesser is before the greater one. So we will do subtraction. 1000 minus 100 is equals to 900. Now the next rule is, if a lesser symbol is after a greater symbol, the two values are added. For example, VI. Now V represent 5 and I represent 1. Now there is, first of all there is greater and then after the greater there is the lesser symbol. So we will do addition. 5 plus 1 is 6. Next is LXXX. Now we know that L represent 50, X represent 10, again X represent 10, then again 10 plus 10. 50 plus 10 is 60, plus 10 70 and plus 10 80. So LXXX represent 80. Next is MCC. Now M represent 1000. We know that C represent 100, then again C represent 100. 1000 plus 100 and plus 100 is 1200. So these all are about the rules of Roman numbers, how we can use the Roman numbers. Hope you all have understood the concept. Thank you all.